So welcome to a new thing where I found a way to talk about the Sonic comics without doing traditional reviews and showing as minimal content as possible because copyright is fun. As is going to be with every episode of this series, I'm joined by a guest. Introduce yourself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Chris Dude. I was in the Ian Flynn interview from a few months ago. I am a co-commentator with Chase on Rageplay, and I do my own things.
And you'll find links to all of those in the description as well as his Twitter. They might be on screen if I'm not lazy, but they're definitely in the description. So check those out because they're all good things. Since we're going to be talking about the issue, we're basically going to be skimming over the story but still talking about the basic events. There are obviously going to be spoilers here. So if you want to read the issue and haven't yet, don't watch, or preferable my way, mute the video so I at least still get the view from it.
Also, since we are spoiling the detail, even though we are spoiling the details and you'll pretty much know most of what's going on in the plot, please do support the comics.
Yeah, because we want the series to keep going. Even though we have complaints, it's still ultimately very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, we don't want it to die like Sonic Boom or Mega Man.
Yeah, although Boom sort of lives on in the TV show to an extent.
Yes, Mega Man is just kind of dead.
Yeah, but maybe Archie will recover enough to be able to revive the book because it's still kind of just in limbo.
It is in limbo. It's not dead. It's just mostly dead.
Yeah. Anyway,
Enough bullshitting, though.
Sonic Universe. So this is the end of the Silver Age, which is Silver's first big arc in the reboot. His only appearance before this was in, if you really want to count, the Worlds Unite Prelude that came out on Free Comic Book Day, and Sonic Universe number 75. But this is his first major contribution.
Yep.
And it's been an interesting ride, as we'll get into in a second, but first, quick synopsis of the events of the issue.
Yes.
The issue starts out in Professor Von Schlemmer's lab as Von Schlemmer is knocked out from the events of the previous issue. Gold does a thing that wakes him up. They don't quite explain Gold's powers very well, she just can do psychic things.
She is just psychic, in a different way from Silver.
Yeah. Silver is more psychokinetic, Gold can actually do,
Gold
mind things.
Does all that cool shit like Mewtwo would do.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Bronze. What would he do?
The world may never know.
But I digress.
After Silver closes a Genesis portal, which was just hanging around the lab, I guess, so Von Schlemmer rolls out the Bigger Maker Machine, which makes things bigger.
Imagine it like a Mega Mushroom, but a machine.
Yeah. Silver hops through the thing, grows to gargantuan proportions, and starts fighting the not Time Eater, known as the Second Devourer.
And
he has zero issues doing so.
And it's a very unimpressive fight that doesn't last very long.
Yeah. By Silver's own words, he throws dirt in its face and grabs it by the hair, and then throws it into the portal.
Yes.
The issue then ends with them falling into a portal, probably leading them to the events of Sonic Universe number 75, because they decided that this arc needed to take place after Worlds Unite, or before Worlds Unite, rather.
Alright, but I would have rather had it after Unite, but whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, because putting it before Worlds Unite makes it so that this arc has no effect on anything, and brings up the question of where the hell was Gold during Worlds Unite.
Yep. Maybe Worlds Unite just kind of retconned her out of existence, but I digress.
Maybe, but I suppose we'll see.
So, this was a rather disappointing end to the Silver Age.
Yeah, and I really didn't want that to happen when Part 3 came out, because Part 3 was very but I thought it would at least end decently.
Part 3, I still stand by that Part 3 is the weakest part, since it's just a lot of standing around and observing.
Yeah.
This at least has a bit more going on, but even then...
It just doesn't feel... It's really anticlimactic, because this Second Devourer, this interdimensional Lovecraftian horror that basically eats dimensions...
Destroyer of worlds!
Yeah, is taken down, as I said in another review, in a previous version of this video, kind of. It takes less effort to make toast, or it takes more effort to make toast.
Does it? Does
Yes.
it really?
Yes.
Alright, you fight the time eater then. I do like how they use the time gates throughout the story though.
Yeah.
And
it didn't really need to be it could have just been a regular portal, but you know, it's a nice throwback.
Also, again, this just goes for the whole arc, but I like the setting. It's still kind of a dystopian future, but at least there's people living here. Buildings are not on fire and totally destroyed. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, they've changed it from Silver's usual setting in this hell dimension.
Silver's still fighting for a better future, but at least he's not living in hell.
Yeah, at least this is a future people could deal with if he can't fix it.
Yeah.
And him fighting for a better future is more doing it in the present than having to go back in time to fix everything.
Yeah, because stop creating time paradoxes, Silver.
Yeah, we don't need Metal Gear in this.
Metal Gear. Anywho, I guess that does it for the story. How about that artwork?
Yeah, Sonic Universe always has really good artwork thanks to Tracy Yardley for pencils, Jim Amash on inks, and Matt Herms with colors.
It looks beautiful as always. The Dream Team is here to stay.
Yeah, with the occasional with the rare exceptions, the art team is the same. Usually, I think the only thing that is always consistent is that Tracy Yardley is the penciler.
Yes, and ever since he started, he's just given these characters life with their expressions.
Tracy Yardley's art style is probably like the perfect Sonic art style.
It looks like official art style, but it does its own thing.
Yeah, it's close enough to the actual art style that if you showed it to somebody out of context, they'd believe it's official, but it's unique enough that it doesn't feel like it's, emotionless, kind of.
Yeah. Speaking of artwork, them covers.
Yep, the first one is an Evan Stanley cover, and Evan Stanley's art over the last year or so has been getting progressively better, and it's still really, really good, and this cover is fine, but the perspective is a little wonky. It took me a bit to realize that Silver was supposed to be huge.
Yep. Yeah.
Because the way everything is positioned is odd.
A nice Attack on Titan reference, I guess, but only weebos would get that. Are you a dirty weeb? I'm just kidding.
The only reason I know it's an Attack on Titan reference is because the font looks like the Attack on Titan font.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would never have known. Because I don't watch Attack on Titan.
Me neither. And
at the very least, this cover, if you saw it at the corner of your eye, you'd probably be like, "Oh, what is going on here?"
And you'd be interested. The variant is a nice B-movie reference from the 80s. I think I said that wrong.
No, 50s. More a 50s style poster. I don't know who did the art for the variant, but it's good. The only thing that's a little odd is Gold, but she's way in the background and it's not too noticeable.
Yeah.
I always like it when they do these old movie homage covers, because one of my absolute favorite covers, variant or otherwise, is the monster movie variant they did for 262, I think it was, that T-Rex did. One of the few times that T-Rex's covers have actually impressed me.
Yeah. No kidding.
Oh wait, this poster, or this one is this variant cover is a T-Rex cover. It's right there below it. I just noticed on the scan.
I believe that's it.
Yeah. Overall, a pretty meh ending to the Silver Age, but it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't. It could have been much worse.
Yeah. At the very least, it didn't. At the very least, I wanted to keep reading the issue. It just, when I finished reading, I was just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
that is certainly a thing.
It just kind of ended.
Yeah. Although I imagine we'll be getting a much better story when the Eggman arc starts up next month.
Hopefully.
Because the first Eggman arc was good, so the second should be also great.
Yeah.
But that's the end of this. You'll find the same stuff we mentioned at the beginning, again, in the description, possibly on screen if I'm not lazy. Yeah. If you liked this video, consider checking out some of the other stuff that is actually up that I've done, because I like to think my videos are adequate. And next time, when it comes to the recently released issues, we'll be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog number 279. Although there is another video in between that where we'll be covering an older arc that you'll see when it's up.
Yes, and it's not too old.
Yeah, it's I think about a year now, probably a little less.
Not quite a year yet.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys next time.
Laters.